Splatoon turns the act of making a mess into fast-paced action and portions it out in energetic 3-minute matches. With just one online mode, an offline 1 versus 1 mode, and a brief single-player campaign, it's a short but colorfully chaotic burst of fun. There's a mechanically deep, yet family-friendly third-person shooter hiding in the pools of ink. Territory control is a concept that you usually only hear high-level shooter players talk about, but Splatoon successfully takes this tried-and-true idea and makes it central and accessible to everyone by having us splash colorful ink everywhere to mark our territory. Turf Wars, the 4 versus 4 competitive online mode, is about drenching the map in your color more than it is about killing enemies. Painting a level is crucial because as long as you're standing in your own color, you can hit a button to instantly switch to a fast-moving but unarmed squid form to quickly reach trouble spots. Then switch back to open fire and defend your territory. It's a fun trade-off that encourages you to swap between the two forms constantly. And both moving and shooting feels good at a steady 60 frames per second. Each ink spreading tool is built around the dual purposes of painting the ground and splatting your enemies. The whimsical Splat Roller lays down a wide lane of color, but flick it and you've got the equivalent of a shotgun. The splatter shot is a trusty rifle, but the different variations you unlock change how fast you paint and how far you can shoot. Coupled with sub-weapons like the splash wall or the sprinkler, there's a lot to choose from. A handy test facility lets you experiment with your arsenal and find a weapon set that's just right for you. I just wish I could tweak my loadout while waiting for the sometimes slow matchmaking to get me into a game. Since claiming territory is such a visual activity, it's easy to tell if enemies are nearby whenever you spot rival ink. A quick glance at the gamepad immediately tells you who's winning a match and what areas need to be recaptured. Sadly, this doesn't make up for the fact that Splatoon doesn't support voice chat. I found myself dialing up my friends on Skype so we could coordinate, but that feels like an unfair advantage. Between matches, I got a kick out of visiting the offbeat vendors of Splatoon's charming Inkopolis. Each one sells useful gear that looks trendy and makes you more effective in multiplayer battle. And the wide range of weapons and gear sets up a great upgrade loop. I could do without the Squid Sisters though. This pair of hosts announces which of the 5 multiplayer maps are available through an unskippable cutscene. And the fact that you have to suffer through their lame banter each time you boot up borders on criminal. The 6-hour single-player campaign has the type of variety, pacing, and amusing boss fights you'd expect from a Mario game, albeit in a shorter form. Splatoon levels take a theme, say sliding platforms or sponge-like surfaces, and build a fun stage around it that's challenging and well thought out. Each playfully teaches you a skill and then ramps up to a climax before walking away gracefully. The Octarian enemies you fight are both expressive and lovingly detailed in a way that lives up to Nintendo's high standards. Just look at the adorable Octo Stamps wind up before an attack. It's just so charming. Campaign is definitely fun until the end, but there aren't many reasons to finish it a second time. Splatoon Amiibo will unlock fun challenges that make clever use of alternate weapons, but all of it is locked behind a figurine paywall. The objective to shoot down more balloons than your rival in Battle Dojo, the offline 1 versus 1 mode, is ultimately forgettable. It's just not as fun as the rush of claiming territory in Turf Wars. Nintendo's take on the third-person shooter is refreshingly original, with lots of impressive tools and skillful mobility. Matches are consistently fun and tense, and the mechanics feel simple enough that almost anyone can contribute positively. Splatoon really needs the extra modes and content Nintendo says is coming once a portion of the community levels up a bit. And not having voice chat is a bummer. But what is here feels polished and kept me claiming turf for hours. For more on Splatoon, stick with IGN.